If I had told you last week that visionary game director Hideo Kojima would be showing up at the Game Awards, I think most of us would have assumed it would be to show off another trailer to Death Stranding 2. Instead, we got something far different. That's right, folks. The rumors are true. Kojima is indeed working with Xbox on an upcoming title, and he is dipping his toes back into the world of horror, something fans have been waiting for since the unfortunate cancellation of Silent Hills back in 2015. But the surprises didn't end there. As Kojima has proven time and time again, he's not only one of the best collaborators in video games, he's one of the best collaborators in all of entertainment. After a star-studded trailer that included actors Sophia Lillis and Hunter Schafer, from behind Kojima's mysterious door stepped none other than Jordan Peele, director of Get Out and Nope. In the interview with Jeff Keighley that followed, Peele and Kojima took turns praising one another for their work. Peele in particular went to great lengths to express his love of Metal Gear Solid 2. That's a formative game for me, and to hear such a big-name Hollywood director talk about a game that, in my opinion, is one of the best ever made was just so damn cool and rose far above the window dressing we sometimes get from a collaboration like this. I mean, I love FromSoft teaming up with George R.R. Martin, but it's pretty clear from all of his interviews that he has limited experience with modern video games. Peele came out and made it perfectly clear that he's collaborating on this project because he's a true fan of video games, and that makes me so excited for this partnership. But of course, as we often see with Kojima, Peele is not the only person he's collaborating with. According to Kojima, he'll also be joined by a team of other big-name stars that he's taken to calling the Avengers. It will likely be some time before we find out who else comprises Kojima's superhero team, but considering Guillermo del Toro was supposed to be involved in Silent Hills and was involved in Death Stranding, I wouldn't be surprised at all if he's on the squad. Either way, all of this speaks to the fact that Kojima must really be a blast to work with if so many big names are willing to join forces with him. There's certainly plenty to be said about how he slaps his name all over his games, but clearly, the fact that there's no shortage of people who want to work with him really speaks for itself. So with all that said, what is OD? Well, as mentioned, it's going to be a horror title that will make use of the Xbox's cloud features, though Kojima describes it as an entirely new genre and medium, an experience somewhere between a video game and a movie. Declarations like this are nothing new for Kojima. He did it with Metal Gear Solid and Death Stranding. But I'd say that this is a pretty bold statement, even for him. A new genre within video games is one thing, but an entirely new medium? That's a tall order. But if anyone is up to the task, it's probably Kojima. Anyway, in the trailer, we see a series of actors repeating the same phrase. It's hard to tell what exactly they're saying, but I think it's "the hungry purple dinosaur ate the zingy fox, the jabbering crab, and the mad whale, and started wending and quacking." Your guess about what that phrase means is as good as mine. But one thing that stands out to me about the trailer is that the characters appear to be reading these lines, as if someone is instructing them to do so from the darkness. If you look closely, there also appears to be a kind of honeycomb pattern reflected in their eyes, which might have something to do with whoever is feeding them these lines. In any case, Sophia Lillis' character says the line confidently, Hunter Schafer's struggles through it, and Udo Kier's sounds like he's reading it for the first time. We're then shown Sophia Lillis' character again, at which point we begin to hear footsteps. Looking at the reflection in her eyes, it appears that she's watching someone approaching a door. When it opens, she screams, but eventually her expression settles into one that looks like shock to me, probably in response to whatever's behind the door. The trailer also kicks off with a series of static, followed by thumping noises, and what sounds like someone opening a door along with an image of what appears to be either a mannequin's head or a faceless man. It's hard to tell which it is. All in all, it looks like the theme of an opening door will be central to the game, as evidenced by the door we see reflected in Sophia Lillis' eyes, the number of door opening sounds, and the fact that both Kojima and Peele stepped out of one to join the Game Awards. That said, Kojima did state on Twitter that OD does not stand for Open the Door, so that rules out one potential explanation for the game's title. He also said that it doesn't stand for Oxygen Destroyer, though that's definitely not something I would ever guess. Regardless, between the references to doors and even the appearance of the door we saw at the Game Awards itself, I can't help but be reminded of PT, the playable trailer to Silent Hills. I was so heartbroken when that game was cancelled. I really thought it would not only be a glorious return to form for the Silent Hill franchise, but a groundbreaking entry in the world of horror as well. But based on everything we're seeing here, it sure seems like OD is going to be the true spiritual successor to Silent Hills that so many of us have hoped for. PT hinted that Silent Hills would utilize all kinds of immersive features, like sending messages over headsets and requiring players to talk into their microphones to solve mysteries. And all of that technology has only expanded in the nearly 10 years since PT met its unfortunate end. Meaning that OD has the potential to not only be the game that Silent Hills was supposed to be, but Silent Hills on steroids. And that, my friends, gets me more excited for this game than words can describe. It's hard to say when we'll hear more from Kojima and the team, but as news and trailers drop, you can expect me to cover it right here on the channel. Until then, I'll see you guys next time.